Hello, 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 and welcome to another Coffee Time where we look at the news. I can't say it's the Daily Mail because I'm on ABC News Australia because we have an update. I don't know if you remember over I think it was the summer, wasn't it? We talked about the case of Erin Patterson. Here she is. I think we know her better as the mushroom poisoner. This is an Australian lady who managed to poison her in-laws and kill 3 of them. 1 survived. And here's Don and Gail Patterson, who were the in-laws that she managed to poison with, they reckon, death cap mushrooms. Well, she's been charged. She's been charged with murder. Indeed. Again, she was suspected of cooking a lunch laced with poison mushrooms, and she was arrested on Thursday morning, interviewed by police, and then they confirmed on Thursday evening that she'd been charged with 3 counts of murder and 5 of attempted murder, and she's been remanded in custody and will appear at Latrobe Valley Magistrates Court in Morwell on Friday morning. So it's probably happening now in Australia. Again, the police suspect that poisonous mushrooms were used in the meal, where 4 people fell ill. Gail and Don Patterson, the in-laws of Mrs. Patterson and the parents of her ex-husband, died in hospital in August. And Gail Patterson's sister Heather Wilkinson also died, but her husband, who was critically ill and spent several days in hospital, recovered. But she said that they've said police have. And this is the interesting thing. The 3 other attempted murder charges relate to separate incidents in Victoria between 2021 and 2022, where a 48-year-old Kurrumbura man became ill following other meals. That's her ex-husband, who was, again, he was put in hospital, and I think didn't he end up in a coma or whatnot? So yeah, she. Looks like she's been charged. Again, this is the case where they did eat the mushrooms, and I always warn you, never eat the mushrooms. And so, yeah, that case is slowly resolving itself. It's been a long time, and again, because it's a bit of a complex case, and yeah, we'll have to keep our eye out for that to see, what goes on if there's a court trial and that. Fascinating, modern day mushroom murder. Again, it's quite crazy. Meanwhile, Storm Ciaran unleashes its fury. Yes, there's been 104 mile per hour gales. I didn't feel anything. It's a bit rainy out there. Amber risk to life warnings are still in place. 8,500 homes were without power in Cornwall this morning, so Andrew's not watching. And the Channel Islands have faced the worst of Storm Ciaran so far. In Jersey, residents were forced to evacuate their homes last night and take refuge in a hotel after the 104 mile per hour winds damaged houses. Jersey police put out a statement saying so far tonight 29 adults, 6 children, 7 pets have been relocated to a hotel accommodation. Sorry, the 7 pets made me giggle. Due to property damage, 4 people and a cat have relocated to another address, and 3 people have been taken to accident and emergency. And yeah, this is a house in the Channel Islands, which it looks like the entire roof has been pulled off. But again, still not as bad as the 1987 storm, and yeah, it'll be fine. Just you can tap that out, I'm sure, with a small hammer. So yeah, and here's a jogger in Devon who seems to be one of those stupid people. That was in Teignmouth in Devon. Again, in the Channel Islands, trees were uprooted. Oh, there we go. And in Kent, in Folkestone, where Layla comes from, that's where her preview was. She's actually Welsh, but she went to Folkestone first. Poor Marley, who lives down that way, he's the replacement dog. He wouldn't have been taken out for a walk in that. Taken out for a walk at all, I'd imagine. But anyway, that's another story for another time. But yeah, this it's the weather, and I reckon it's still going to carry on. And this is a follow-up to yesterday's story. Remember we talked about the house that was targeted in the Isle of Wight. Don't worry, it's not working. Why ain't you working? Let me just shut down Safari, because Safari seems to have had a mental breakdown on me. It's back in the room. Yeah, I do love Apple products. They're so they're so reliable. Yeah, this is the house that was ransacked by teenagers, and it went to court. Again, I don't know if you remember, it was this property here. Well, we do have a follow-up. A father of one of the boys has spoken. Yeah, a father of one of the young vandals broke into a couple's £1.2 million Isle of Wight home, where he smashed antiques, paintings and stained glass windows, spoke of his shock and shame, right, and revealed that his son hasn't even apologised, but insisted he is sorry for what he did. Okay. Even though he hasn't said it. Yeah, okay. So yeah, Joanna and Matt Pittard's 6-bedroom house was targeted by mindless youths who basically run amok. Chainsaw, axes and sledgehammers were taken from the garage and were used in every bedroom to damage the property. Now, one of the fathers has spoken, said he wanted to personally apologise to the Pittards. And again, this is an actual statement. So when the police showed me the video of the damage caused, I was really shocked, totally shocked. I couldn't believe what they'd done. It was awful. There was so much mess and damage. I really do feel sorry for the owners. If I saw them, I would apologise for what my son did. Well, you're paying for it, remember? Pay him a bit extra. They did not deserve this. I just feel shame. Now, this is where it gets a bit odd. The father said his son and friends had targeted the house as it was supposed to be haunted. Now, if they were, I don't know, holding a seance or setting up cameras to capture ghosts, that would explain it. But to smash out the place, that's no justification. Apparently the Grade 2 listed building features in Ghosts of the Isle of Wight, a book that's about, hauntings on the island, and is often a stopping off point for ghost walks in the area. He said the house isn't too far from where we live. I think they chose it because it was supposed to have a ghost. It is a close by and probably the reason they went inside. Again, the son cannot be identified for legal reasons and was 13 when he smashed the house up. Again, the father should be actually saying what a failure he is as a parent and saying how much money he should be paying. The £1,500 compensation isn't enough and he's going to pay him triple. That's what he should be saying. But he's not. But yeah, the father, who's a shop assistant, that's got no bearing on it at all, said, I know in his own way he's sorry, but he's never said it to me. He's not sorry. You've raised a psychopath. When I first spoke to him about it, he told me he just smashed a window. But then at the Shanklin police station, I told him to tell the truth and it all came out. There you go. A failure of parenting. There you go. Meanwhile, all scientists have announced a new way in which the world may end. Thank God for that. Yesterday, I read a story about, I was talking about the sun and how the sun was going to explode, but we got a fair way for that to happen. But they've run computer models to see what will happen based on stars as observed in other places in the universe. But yeah, we've got a new thing. I reckon we've talked about asteroids wiping us out, alien invasion, but there's a new cosmic threat, right? This is called the kilonova. Apparently, it's a rare and mysterious type of cosmic explosion that has the potential to eradicate life on Earth for thousands of years. Hooray! This is, although not quite as violent as a supernova, a kilonova occurs when two neutron stars, or a neutron star and a black hole, collide and merge, producing a blast of gamma rays that lasts just a matter of seconds. So yeah, Harold Perkins, a scientist at the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, told Space.com, "We found that if a neutron star merger was to occur within around 36 light years of Earth, the resulting radiation could lead to an extinction level event. We wouldn't even realise it because it happened, it'd be honest, before we even had a chance to put our underpants on." But they said here it's important to point out that the risk of such an explosion happening within such a distance is very, very low, as the nearest known neutron star is more than 400 light years away from our planet. So it's all right now. But what if one was that far away, 400 light years away, and it happened, and that wave of gamma radiation came towards us? Would it just kill off a few of us? I mean, there's still a chance of, these things. And this is, I guess, this is an artist's impression of such an event. Looks kind of cool, really, isn't it? It's like something from a Marvel film. So yeah, so it's a kilonova. Remember, do sleep well tonight. all life wiped out within an instant. But yeah, there's all sorts of cosmic things that could go wrong. But at least we won't have to worry about the environment anymore. Good news, everybody. The Bank of England, this is breaking news, the Bank of England has warned that the UK economy will flatline over the coming year as it downgrades forecasts. But it's held interest rates at 5.25%. It's saying that there's no prospect of any cuts soon. That's nice. Good news, real good news, everyone. This is news coming from Germany, and today we like the Germans. Germany is considering ditching its £90 billion fighter jet project that it's got with France, and is actually eyeing up looking at a program that we're running. Yeah. The German Chancellor Olaf Scholz is in discussions about removing Germany's veto on the delivery of Eurofighter Typhoon jets to Saudi Arabia. Yeah, and so the fighter jet industry has left Scholz with tough choices that will factor in its nation's alignment with Europe and worldwide. He must decide whether to keep the Future Combat Air System, FCAS, a leading Franco-German-Spanish program, or to construct the next generation of air power, which some analysts have hailed as Europe's most significant defence project. Yeah, and this is a report that's coming out of the Times. The Germans have put aside €40 billion of investment for FCAS, and it's set to enter the market by 2040. But the scheme has faced delays, and there have been clashes over its financings and design. And now, looking at the Eurofighter Typhoon people. Well, I had a Eurofighter Typhoon cap, and it went missing on a flight back from America. I just thought I'd say that, and there's a picture of a Eurofighter Typhoon. So yeah, if that does come to pass, that would be interesting. Apparently, all the Christmas ads dropped yesterday because it was the 1st of November, and that means it's Christmas. And yeah, Lidl, M&S Food, and TK Maxx and Very have all got their ads on. I don't really want to. I don't care. Put them on in December. Meanwhile, Tom Kerridge, that celebrity chef who likes to I don't know exploit. He's the one with the expensive fish and chips, wasn't it? Do you remember? He's got a delivery box of goods for Christmas. Here it is. Here he is. It's the Tom Kerridge Christmas box. Here he is. Right, and you get a beef Wellington in there. Look. Ooh. I don't know. Anyway, there's loads of stuff in it. You get loads of stuff in it. There's loads of stuff. It's a dinner kit to serve 4 people, and it costs £215. Yeah. So and with £20 delivery, It costs you £53.75 per head. So £53.75 per head. It contains a 30-day aged Hereford beef Wellington. And there's a sticky toffee pudding. Blah, blah, blah. Loads of stuff. But the Daily Mail got his calculator out and had a look around and reckons, right, that if you went to supermarkets, you could build your same box for as little as 45 quid. That's £12 per person. So there you go. So, but you know, this is why he's a millionaire chef, and some of us aren't. Well, I'm not, but I'm not eating out of bins yet, so not too bad. But I saw you coming. Fold that one under. I saw you coming. Right, what else have we got? Got more from the COVID inquiry. We're talking about Matt Hancock, or Hat Mancock as we like to call him here. You need hands to touch that woman's bottom. I don't know where that came from. But yeah, during the COVID inquiry, he was described whenever things were going well, he'd do the cricket, knocking it. He's total Alan Partridge. And ex-NHS chief Sir Simon Stevens said that Hancock wanted to play God during the COVID crisis, and pushed to decide who should live and who should die if hospitals became overwhelmed. Now that's a frightening thought. If you've seen him, if you saw him on I'm a Celebrity, I have not watched the SAS programme, but if you watched him on that, he looked like he was an alien who come to Earth to study us, because he didn't know how to smile. And there was this thing of him, he felt he was just trying to be liked. Very worrying fellow. Oh, here we go. We have actually got some footage of him playing cricket during the COVID crisis. Again, this is... these people make the decisions. These people make the decisions. Oh, boy. Oh, murders. Trying to find some good stories here. Oh dear. This is, we covered the Halloween, didn't we? We did the Osbournes doing Halloween dress, didn't we? But this fella, David Wootton, who's where does it say where he's from? No, here he is. But he's dressing up. Oh God. Oh dear. He's dressed up as Salman Abedi. Now you probably don't know who that is, because we want to forget that name. But basically, he dressed up as the Manchester Bomber. I know, bad taste. I know it's bad taste, but we live in a free society, don't we? Do you remember we live in a free society? We're allowed to, be ourselves and express ourselves. Well, David Wootton, who's been described as a man in his 40s, was arrested by North Yorkshire Police. Yes, they confirmed a man was arrested and been released on conditional police bail to allow for further inquiries to be carried out. Yeah. Apparently, he posted pictures on Facebook wearing an Arabic-style headdress with the slogan "I love Ariana Grande" on the t-shirt and carrying a rucksack with "Boom" and TNT written on the front. And he captioned the picture, "Bet I get kicked out of the party." And it's caused fury, it did. Look, has he got some wires hanging out of this bag? I don't know. Halloween's supposed to be a little bit, isn't it? Isn't Halloween supposed to be a bit risque? isn't it? But yeah, the North Yorkshire Police put out this statement. It said, we can confirm that a man has been arrested after the force received complaints about a man wearing an offensive costume on social media, depicting a murderer, Salman Abedi, who killed 22 people in the Manchester Arena. The man, who's aged in his 40s, was arrested on 1st November on suspicion of a number of offences, including public communication network to send offensive messages. Yeah, but, somebody nicks your bike, you're fucked. They ain't going to turn up. But tell them the thief was dressed like that, they'll be down in no time. And if you misgender them as well, if they say they've misgendered you, they'll be down double quick. Yeah, look, we live in stupid times, and if your feelings are hurt by this, God help us all. I don't like it, but hey, I guess you're dressing up like Hitler now. You can't go to Hitler as That's Prince Harry. Prince Harry's crying, I can't dress up as a Nazi anymore, just in case I get arrested. Anyway, so what else have we got here? Meanwhile, we'll go from that to people who are cancelled. A London comedy club has revealed it has a blacklist of 20 comics from the comedy circuit and TV are banned over allegations of sexual misconduct, abusive behaviour or bullying. The West End Comedy Club, which opened 2 years ago, said the list has been compiled based on first-hand and second-hand reports from other acts, who they trust not to act maliciously to throw around false allegations. Yeah, all right. But they haven't disclosed who's on the blacklist, but said it was concerning how many acts had reported them. And this comes on the back of the allegations against Russell Brand, who still hasn't been charged, has he? Has he been charged with anything? Don't think he has. Again, it doesn't tell you who's on the blacklist. And they said, of course, we don't go actively looking for acts to blacklist, but it's concerning how many get reported to us. The list includes comedians who make a living on the circuit and a few TV names, a spokesman for the club said. Oh, mystery stuff, isn't it? It's mystery, but you get blacklisted now. Meanwhile, we do have something from the world of stupid for you. These are people that have gone down to the coast during Storm Ciaran. This is East Pier in North Yorkshire, and yeah, that's how to get swept out to sea and never be seen again. And this is a baby cam, one of those baby monitors, showing the Storm Ciaran, well, blowing in a window. There you go, the window's shattered. And she gets her baby and runs out of the room. There you go. Have we got anything else here? Oh, we have some court news. This is the story of Siobhan Crosby, who's a sex therapist. Oh, she's a sex addiction counsellor. Right. So what did she do? Well, she branded. Oh, sorry. Yeah, she's a sex therapist. She branded sex addiction counsellor Caroline Lay a monkey, a cow, and a devil in online posts and threatened to break her legs. Yeah, they fell out over business matters. And here is Siobhan Crosby. This is the one you need to run away from if you see her coming. And this is the lady that she had a go at. And again, I think this is all done over social media and whipped up hatred and whatnot. Miss Lay had studied under Crosby and worked for a time from her therapy practice, APS Psychotherapy and Counselling in South Woodford, East London. Crikey, it's just down the road. And she claimed subsequently her own business mysteriously nosedived. It was not until 2016 she does Google inquiries for her counselling service were being diverted to Miss Lay's business. Oh, you see, so there's a bit of business shenanigans. So Lana's been accused of harassment as she saw that her business was kind of being funneled off by the other lady, by Miss Lay. And she claimed Miss Lay who charges £100 for individual 50-minute session, had deliberately interfered with online search tools and profiles to poach her clients. But then she went to whip up hatred against Miss Lay by posting the allegations on a Facebook group, threatening her with violence, calling her a monkey, cow and the devil. However, it didn't work out too well, because Miss Crosby then sued Miss Lay for 1.4, is that million? I'm trying to count the digits. Yeah, £1 million plus interest, alleging cyber fraud and insisting she'd passed off her business as her former mentors. Justice Julian Knowles dismissed her claim this week, whilst allowing Miss Lay's counterclaim for defamation and harassment in relation to the Facebook group to stand. And this meant that Miss Crosby has now got to pay £75,000 in damages. The bullying was described as vicious and frightening. He rejected Miss Crosby's argument the online threats were just banter, and also hit her with an injunction banning her for publishing any further allegations. So, yeah, that was an expensive Facebook post you made there, wasn't it? So there you go. Be careful what you post on the internet about people, especially if you defame them. Remember that, especially if you defame them and harass them. So there we go. What else have we got? Oh, I can't do that one. Oh yeah, and there was the Marks and Spencer Christmas advert has provoked fury. Why? I think it's the one that's I don't know if it's one that Hannah Waddingham appears in it. She's from Ted Lasso, and among other things. And people were furious when they saw the advert. Why? Because it clearly shows the colours of the Palestinian flag. No, it shows 3 paper hats. One of them silver, not white. But yeah, people are up in arms about it. And one of the stars of it, Tan France, said, "Don't be stupid. The advert was filmed in August, before everything happened." Meanwhile, let's tell the story of Gigi Chapman. Here she is. Sorry, mate. I've seen the headline and I've seen the picture, and I'm making up my own jokes. A little bit of duck face here for you. A little bit of duck face. Anyway, she had to go to A&E. Yeah, she had to go in A&E. The 34-year-old, who comes from Manchester, also has an account on OnlyFans. Of course she does. And she went to A&E because this happened. She got a 3-inch sex toy stuck up her ass, and I was going to say, by the look of it, it'd have to be a pretty big sex toy. And yeah, she had to go to, She learnt that her body had sucked the toy up the same way she sucks up cream cakes, I'd imagine. What's that? You don't like those jokes? Too bad. I'm just concerned about her health, because she'll end up getting diabetes and shortening her life. But yeah, one of the surgeons asked if anyone had tried getting it out. He was like, so he thought they should try before I went under general anaesthetic. And at one point they were going to give her an epidural. And eventually medics were able to remove the butt plug. And but she said, I think they might have rinsed it off under the tap. And she said, I didn't want the toy. He asked me 3 times if I wanted to keep it, but I told him to destroy it, as I never wanted to see it again. She obviously went and and bought a bigger one. So there you go. But yeah, apparently, according to NHS figures, a total of 514 procedures for the manual removal of a foreign body from the rectum were recorded between April 2021 and March 2022. That's interesting to know, isn't it? And that didn't come from urology case reports. And talking about diabetes, apparently adding salt to your meals could raise your risk of type 2 diabetes. Now, I have almost a zero salt diet. I have very little salt in my diet. And of course, a little bit of salt with vegetables and whatnot. But yeah. So I've just seen the most bizarre story. Apparently, the American Ornithological Society, the AOS, has announced it's changing the names of dozens of species of birds because their names have been clouded by racism and misogyny. What's that? Because they want to avoid glorifying slave owners and Confederate generals. Yes. So this bird, Scott's oriole, is going to be renamed. Okay. Because it was named after Winfield Scott, a Civil War general. This chap here, apparently. Okay. And the thick-billed longspur had its names changed in 2020. Oh, this bird here, nearly pressed the wrong button, was originally named after John P. McCowan, a Confederate Army general. Now, I didn't know. Yeah, that's a picture of him. I didn't know there were so many racist birds in America. Did you? The Audubon shearwater has not been rechristened. Because apparently it was named after John James Audubon, who was a slave owner and looked something like this. There you go. So I'm glad they keep him busy. And now they reckon that COVID may have caused a dementia time bomb. What was that? What did they say? Where am I? What am I doing? Apparently, brain health of over 50s has deteriorated 50% faster than usual under the pandemic era restrictions. I know it is. It's the vaccine, isn't it? It's the jab. It's the jib jab. It's because, they reckon it's because people weren't exercising enough and were drinking too much alcohol, as well as being lonely and getting a little bit depressed. This is research from the University of Exeter and King's College London, which analysed brain function tests from 3,142 people aged between 50 and 90. And it shows the rate of cognitive decline, I can't even say it, quickened in the first year of the pandemic and was high among those who had already shown mild cognitive decline before the pandemic hit. You see, I'm always like doing puzzles and shit, so I'm as sharp as a whip or something. Anyway, we'll move on. The rise of the barber shops. We were just talking about this. Sorry. Now, the missus and my daughter have nowhere to get their hair styled. They're looking rather dowdy and frumpy because all the women's salons have gone to be replaced by male barbershops. We've got hundreds of them. There are literally hundreds of them. Often Turkish barbershops. Nothing to do with the Turks. It just that seems to be the thing. They're like that's the branding, you know. But yeah, there is an article here called "The Rise of the Barbershops." Here we go. And it says, angry male salon owners say they're being squeezed out by soaring number of competitors with more than, hold on to your hats, 2,300 new barbershops opening in a year, with one area boasting more than a dozen with a mile of each other. I mean, round here, I haven't needed the use of a barber's for many years, you know. But yeah, in the last 12 months, there's been an absolute spike in barbershops opening. This is according to a local data company. It's the fastest growing sector of the retail economy. It's absolutely bonkers. But yeah, Abdullah Mahmoudi of Joe's Barbers, who's been cutting hair in Elton for 14 years, says there's a big difference in the local landscape compared to when he first started. Yeah, there's more barber shops than you can wave a stick at. And yeah, so. And this is Eltham's Barbershop Mile. They just can't. It's just. I think they're a front for something else. You know, like those American sweet shops. I think they're a front for ne'er-do-wells and all sorts of shenanigans. Yeah. I'm still looking for this. I'm looking for. Meanwhile, we've got tree news. Darwin's Oak, and this is a picture of it. This is 550 years old, right? Darwin's Oak, and it's named after Charles Darwin because he climbed a tree, right? But don't worry, they're going to cut it down. Yeah, they're cutting this down and 8 other ancient trees to make way for the £80 million Shrewsbury North West Relief Road, the NWRR. Yeah, there's a map of it here. Look, there's that red squiggle. And you'd think, you know, the planners would go, got some really nice trees here. But yeah, so cutting down another tree. Save the environment. Save the planet. Just cut down all the trees. So yeah, getting rid of it, and it is another nice picture of it. So there you go. Swampy, where are you, man? Climb that tree, chain yourself to it, son. Mind you, he probably has a bit of trouble with his hip now. You know, he's knocking on a bit. And that old Swampy. Who remembers Swampy? And we got the Beatles. The Beatles. There's a really nice documentary on YouTube that went up last night. I forced everyone to watch it over dinner. And how they've recreated Now and Then, and the technology they used to lift John Lennon's vocal out of his demo and preserve it using AI is just fantastic. It's an amazing piece of work. Go and watch it. You must watch it. I'm ordering you to watch it, but not now. In a minute. In a minute. I can't believe there are no animal stories. What am I going to do? There are no animal stories. Oh, wait a minute, there is. This is a story of Gary Virgo. He was exploring the Fury shoal-off at Egypt's Red Sea coast. He's a diver from Peacehaven in East Sussex, and he was under the sea when suddenly, well, this happened. Whoops. Thanks, the Daily Mail just refreshed just as I was... I've got to find it again now. Where's it gone? Oh, I've lost it. Where's it gone? Oh no, they've refreshed all the stories. Racist birds. Yeah, we've done the racist birds. All right. Where's it gone? Done that one. Stupid. Oh no, it's disappeared. It's disappeared. It's gone. They took it off the front page. Oh, I'm going to have to hunt for it now. Wait a minute. Oh, you sons of bastards. They took it off the front page, everyone. Took it off the front page. Another 30 seconds and I'd have been alright. Here we go. Let's try that again. Alright. So he's diving. Oh God, right. He's diving. Fury show off Egypt's Red Sea coast. Right. When this happened now. They're diving. And they think, oh look, that's a nice shark. That's a nice shark. Oh, yeah. So again, you're looking at it. So yeah, it's nice shark. Then suddenly, He clocks him and comes in for the kill. Boomf. There you go. Don't worry, he wasn't hurt. The shark just nosed him. And I think I'm going to stop there because I'm too depressed to continue now. So, 7 people in. My God. Oh, Clive's in. Hi, Clive. Jacob has given me money, which means I like Jacob more than anyone in the world. Here we go. We can actually see. There he is. He's given me give me some euros. I think we can still accept euros in the UK. Simon says, I've started seeing the Palestinian colours everywhere now. Nightmare. You become obsessed with it. You're obsessed with it. Clive says, barber shops, coffee shops, charity shops, it's all about, you can find a nice street. Indeed. Indeed. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Nothing for me. I mean, I don't need a barber's, and I can make coffee at home. And Simon says, 17 quid for a 7-inch single. What the F? It's the Beatles. Come on, it's the Beatles. Paul McCartney needs your money. Come on. You can just stream it. There's a video out as well, which is made by Peter Jackson. So we can watch that instead. Yeah, we watch that instead. That's £3.51 you've given. I don't know if that's what. I don't know if that's the full amount, because YouTube takes their cut too. So the best way to give me money is to send it in an envelope to usual address. Remember, or leave it behind hot water pipes in the gents at Waterloo Station. That's the other option. Anyway, thank you for watching. That was the news. Killing the channel, one video at a time. You know you've got to drink it up. Ta-ta.